So you're always there for him. You text back in seconds. You drop your plans to fit his. And you say yes, even when every part of you is screaming no. You've convinced yourself that being this available, this easy, will finally make him see how amazing you are and love you. But instead of feeling loved, you just feel empty and invisible. What if the very thing you think is bringing you closer is actually pushing real, healthy love further and further away? Let's break down the psychology of why reclaiming your personal power through boundaries is one of the most important things you can do for a healthy, lasting relationship. Stick with me because by the end of this, you'll have a clear framework to start building the love life you actually deserve. Section 1. The myth of the cool girl. We've all been sold a fairy tale idea of unconditional love, but too often that gets twisted into self-sacrifice. You think being endlessly agreeable and accommodating makes you a good partner, but the psychological truth is, it just quietly builds a wall of resentment. When being nice comes at the cost of your own well-being, you're not building a relationship, you're slowly poisoning it. This pattern is often tied to our attachment style, especially for those with anxious attachment who have a deep fear of abandonment. That fear makes you let things slide because you're terrified that stating a need will push your partner away. But the irony is, by constantly shrinking yourself to please someone, you become less and less visible in the relationship. They fall in love with a performance, not the real you, and you're left feeling disconnected and totally alone. True intimacy requires two whole individuals, not one person folding themselves in half to make room for the other. So where do we even begin to fix this? It starts by understanding and using 3 key psychological boundaries. Section 2. Boundary number 1. Define your property lines. The first step is based on boundary theory, which views your limits as the property lines that define who you are. Think about your personal space, your time, your emotional energy, even your phone. That's all your property. When those lines are blurry, you end up absorbing other people's problems and emotions, which leads directly to burnout and frustration. Now, this isn't about building a fortress. Good boundaries are like a fence with a gate. They show where your yard begins and ends, which allows for healthy visits and mutual respect. This all starts with self-awareness. Pay attention to those moments you feel resentful or drained. That's your internal alarm system telling you a boundary has been crossed. So instead of an attack like, "You're always on your phone," a boundary-focused statement would sound more like, "I feel disconnected when we're together and you're on your phone. I need our quality time to be phone-free." See the difference? You're not controlling them. You're stating what you need to feel respected and present in the relationship. This is the first step to getting your power back. Has setting a boundary ever completely changed a relationship for you? I'd love to hear it. Share your story in the comments. It might just be the thing someone else needs to read today. Section 3. Boundary number 2. Get past the fear of being left. For so many of us, the biggest hurdle to setting boundaries is a gut-wrenching fear of abandonment. This is especially true if you experienced inconsistent affection growing up, which can lead to an anxious attachment style. You've learned to believe that saying no or expressing a difficult need will automatically result in being left. This is where concepts from attachment and self-worth theory can help us reframe our thinking. A healthy boundary isn't a rejection, it's a filter. When you clearly and respectfully state your needs, you're actually testing the health of the relationship. Someone who consistently ignores, mocks, or punishes you for having a boundary is showing you they aren't capable of the respect that true love requires. Yes, enforcing a boundary can feel terrifying, but it sends a powerful message, first to yourself and then out to the world. I am worthy of being respected. That shift in self-worth is magnetic. It pushes away partners who feed on control and people-pleasing, and it attracts partners who are looking for an equal. You have to be willing to risk the relationship to find out if it's real. Section 4. Boundary number 3, master your internal boundary. This is all about taking responsibility for your own feelings without taking responsibility for your partner's reaction. Let's say you tell your partner you need a night to yourself. They might get upset or try to guilt trip you. An internal boundary means you can validate their feeling, "I hear that you're disappointed," without immediately caving or changing your no to make them feel better. Their reaction is their responsibility, not yours. You don't have to carry the weight of their emotions. This is what stops you from being manipulated. It builds real intimacy because it honors both of you as separate, whole individuals. You aren't controlling your partner, you're simply controlling what you will and will not accept in your life. This is the very heart of reclaiming your power. At the end of the day, being endlessly accommodating isn't love, it's self-abandonment. Reclaiming your boundaries is the ultimate act of self-love, and it's the only way to create the space for a partner to truly see you, respect you, and fall in love with the person you actually are. Look, this isn't about becoming rigid or harsh. It's about building a relationship on a foundation of honesty and mutual respect. It takes practice, and it will probably feel uncomfortable at first. But on the other side of that discomfort is the deep, real love you've been looking for. If this conversation resonated with you, give this video a like and subscribe for more insights on building healthier relationships.